Well, Donald Trump took to multiple interviews this week to scowl at his most underperforming demographics. Seriously, he's starting to look like a New Yorker cartoon parody of a Mad Magazine parody. It's news o'clock. Trump spoke about the dangers of the enemy within, which is either frightening fascist rhetoric or an embarrassingly late review for the mid-90s Forrest Whitaker thriller, floating the idea of using the National Guard and military against leftists. So maybe he would have sent them in to stop January 6th if the rioters had started recording an episode of Pod Save America? I'm sorry, we're the enemy within? It's kind of hard to hear you over the sound of the jury still announcing your guilty verdicts. The enemy within is probably the name of the Trump font. I bet 3 of your former staff have that as their upcoming book title right now. The enemy within are the words a therapist would underline on a notepad after 2 minutes with you. Come on, Donald, let he who is without skyscrapers compensating for childhood trauma cast the first stone. In a town hall, a conservative voter from Tampa held Trump accountable, finally saying and wincing what we're all thinking, challenging him on COVID, Pence, and the Capitol riots, proving you can do the media's job with your sunglasses hanging on your shirt, king. Trump's fumbling response was that the crowd on January 6th didn't come for him. The weakest rewriting of history since somehow Palpatine returned. Side note, this is also the face I made during Rise of Skywalker. Directly referring to the rioters as we, ooh, that's Freudian Perjury, and that January 6th was a day of love. Yeah, January 6th, 1969. If the events of that day are how you see love, then whew, that makes a lot of sense, actually. That Tampa voter has since admitted that they will not be voting for Trump, challenging my biases of Republicans and stories that start with Florida man. Let me tell you something. If he ends up losing Florida by 1 vote, then this man should never have to pay for a watered-down mango pina colada Rita and a bubble glass vase with full-size beach umbrella garnish served after we've already finished our entree ever again. I'm from Florida. During an economics town hall, when asked a question about Google, he lamented the Justice Department for suing for voter rolls? Look, if his answers don't have to match the questions, I don't think my punchlines should have to match the setups. Isn't that right, the A-Team? You could tell this was a contentious debate since Trump went full I told you I don't like Brussels sprouts, defending his stance on tariffs by insisting that he was always very good at mathematics. Exactly. Most mathematicians don't have the courage to shout over the phone demanding numbers they can't find and then sending a mob to stop other people from counting. Though my favorite town hall had to be the impromptu concert, where he stopped talking and just swayed to music for 39 minutes, a move I also used at my high school prom. Honestly, I haven't related to Trump this much since finding out he got financial assistance from his dad well into his 30s. Some of the music choices were a little strange, like Nothing Compares to You, since I'm not sure Sinead O'Connor is going to help with the Catholic vote, and November Rain, since the last thing Republicans need on Election Day is low in-person turnout. Though can we just take a second and mention how good of a song YMCA is that not even being a Donald Trump favorite can stop that thing from being a banger? Though maybe they should reunite for an update. Old man, I'll tell you what tariffs are. I said, old man, they add cost to your cars. I said, old man, it's your worst plan by far. There's no need to add inflation. Economists have said you're out of your mind. Thanks for watching. See you next time.